What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about the game that really changed Assassin's Creed forever. Yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, this game, in my opinion, one of, if not the worst Assassin's Creed games in not being Assassin's Creed. You see, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a game set in ancient Greece. And story-wise, this is actually the first game in the timeline. Like, right before Altair and all of that. So it kind of makes sense they didn't add, like, the hidden ones and all that. So I kind of understand that way. They also have an assassin who uses a hidden blade. A bit like Ivor, who put it on his fucking arm. Which, seriously, that's the annoyingest thing I've ever seen in my life. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is basically you being called a Mystios, which is a mercenary. Yes, I have learned. Big brain move. Hehehe. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, you play as a Mystios. Now, you can either be two genders, Alexios or Cassandra. Alexios the boy and Cassandra being the girl. But canonically, Cassandra is the canonical character. She's even included in Assassin's Creed Jade, the mobile game that's set in China. She's actually in the tutorial, which honestly I think is pretty cool, pretty nice, very good, very nice. And yeah, this is the game that includes demigods. I mean, old Assassin's Creed, aka Origins, also had gods, but that was more of like they were worshipping them. But in this game, you are a demigod. You are a Spartan, and if I know anything, you know, from God of War, which is a little bit better, but a ton. I'm not being mean to God of War fans. Please don't come at me. Anyways, now this game really, I understand why they chose not to go for the assassin route, because assassins didn't really exist then. By the way, I mean like the assassins or the Creed. The hidden ones were made by Bayek in Origins. So yeah, this is basically different. So it makes sense. However, my biggest question is how come I was able to get this very drippy Ezio costume? Yeah, I know, this game really doesn't care about story. It's mainly also a little bit taken away from Assassin's Creed's normal formula. For example, this has a bigger open world, right? Than Unity. And Unity, in my opinion, was just a bit big. However, it's not like it's like 91 Unities. Honestly, you have to go through the entirety of Greece. Maybe. I mean, I might be pissing about it a little bit because, you know, number one, I don't know anything about geography. I failed that class. But a lot of this game has AC Odyssey enough to, you know, split up. Well, and the first thing is the gear. So in AC Origins, you used to be able to keep your normal gear, as in outfits. You gotta keep your drip, and you gotta only get two things: upgrade your arm braces and your. My brain cannot remember, even though I literally posted a video about it. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Yeah. So, however, in this one, in AC Odyssey, you have to sacrifice drip for stats. It's like there's like 3 different damage types, which was also included in Origins. It is Warrior, Hunter, Stealth, or Seer. Seer for Origins, but Stealth for or Assassin for here. Hey, Assassin in Assassin's Creed game. Ooh. Yes, I am like this. I do. However, this time in this playthrough, I kind of like it a little bit more. Maybe because I just played Origins and also Valhalla recently. But really, it's grown a little bit on me. I do like the style, but I don't think it should have been called Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It doesn't really feel like it's part of Assassin's Creed. You know what would have been a decent game that would have been set in Greece if they wanted to? Basically make the story about the creation of the assassins, and it should have been set in Athens or Sparta, or maybe they just connect them together and use a ship. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention the ships in this game? Ooh, delightful. Now, the ships in this game is, in my opinion, my favorite system compared to Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's, of course, made it, but this is a little bit better. Because number one, if you get a special edition, which I did, I got the premium, or I don't know what edition I got really, because I got this from PlayStation Plus Extra. Yeah, so I don't really know. I don't really know what it is. If you can get lieutenants, and the lieutenants can be either Evie, Bayek, or Aya. I basically characters from Quebec series of games before Valhalla, honestly, and also the system. You can also change the drip of your crew. Kind of like that a little bit. It's also very nice. And what this game really probably did was replace the cannons with bows and spears. So basically making two weapons instead of just cannons. Which honestly, I do understand the time period. This game is really bullied by its time period, which stops it from being decent, in my opinion, from being an Assassin's Creed game. If they put the time period like a lot more further in time, this could like during Altair's time in Greece, which I think that would be a pretty good game, and it could have been set like Athens, and you would have been like an assassin in Athens. I feel like that would have been a lot more like Assassin's Creed, but this game isn't really that bad in general, honestly. I mean, the only problem is that it shouldn't just be called Assassin's Creed. It should have been called like Odyssey or something like that. But you know, this game, I haven't experienced any single glitch in a couple of years. I have never found a single glitch, which is kind of like a trait of Ubisoft Quebec, the makers of the game. They basically are really good at polishing their game. And this game kind of reminds me of Immortals Phoenix Rising, another game made by them, which I've not played yet for some reason. Yeah, I still have no idea. And the gear system here, okay, I'm sorry, bro, but it was a little bit confusing, honestly. The prologue, in my opinion, if you play the prologue, it was your main goal just to get off the fucking island, and you have to grind. I did do that, and honestly, I am a little bit, you know, bored of it, because, you know, it spent like 4 to 5 hours, maybe like my entire fucking morning on that. Maybe because I was only doing side quests and not even doing the main quests. Yeah, that was probably it. The weapons wise, I don't know if it's a step up from of Origins, but I'm pretty sure it's basically like Origins. You got a bow, a sword, and you need to farm materials. Oh god, and also the biggest problem they've ever done, the abilities of the skill trees. Now these skill trees aren't bad by any chance. I mean, you do unlock the classic Spartan kick. Oh, delightful. I just kick somebody in the face, which is pretty fun. Yeah, and also you could have gotten Assassin's Bull Rush. I don't know. You just rush people with your weapons. But the main problem of these skill trees is that they put motherfucking normal eagle vision behind a skill point. That was that is the biggest problem ever. You can also have your bird that you got from Origins, not Sinu. I think it's called Icarus. I'm not good with Greek names, as you can clearly see. And also, what I really think about this game is that it really did try a lot of new things with Assassin's Creed, and honestly, this has become pretty much a standard in them. Like, probably one of the best changes they did to the game was adding mercenaries. So if you don't know, mercenaries are basically people that will hunt you down unless you kill them, which your first one will always be a level 5 enemy called Talos the Stone Fist. I mean, there's also a quest for it. It's also really cool because each of them are different and they also do something. Like, once you get to, like, and there's, like, different tiers. So I think in, like, tier 8, you get, the opportunity. What's the opportunity? Maybe, I don't know. I'm a little bit retarded here. 50% chance of guess what? Probably 50% losses on blacksmiths, which are really useful because that means you get like a 50% discount, which is really good if you want, you know, weapons and selling them. Yeah, honestly, if I compare this system, it would be a lot much like Unity. However, like for example, once you equip weapons, you don't need to you also need to think about drip, and which you did in Unity as well. And also my personal trauma was the stats. Now the stats were set in numbers, so assassin damage, I damage. So basically being a stealthy, sleeky malak can be pretty good for you. However, there are no one-shot stealth kills. Well, on like low-level enemies, but on some big boy meaty shield enemies, yeah, this ain't good. This, you could say, it's pretty bad. They brought the whistling system back, and also the way to hide. You gotta hide in like bushes. It's similar to Horizon Zero Dawn, which I played all games, by the way. So yeah, I kind of am familiar with this. However, about the biggest grievance with this is the combat. Now the combat is similar to AC Origins, but I really just do not like this. I mean, I prefer the Unity and the Ezio games, the combat, and the other ones before Unity, before Origins, basically, and Syndicate. Though before Origins, the fighting system pretty good, honestly. I don't like this one, but I know many people do prefer it. I talked to my friend about this. Yeah, it's also pretty good. Also, still don't understand the difference between bounty hunters and mercenaries. Yeah, you can get bounty hunters and mercenaries. As in this footage, I had to fight a couple bounty hunters and a couple, just a fucking couple, of some guys called bounty hunters. And you can also see at the bottom right corner of the screen, you can see my level of them, which is actually basically the how strong you are. Also, the outside the main world here, I don't really get much about the main world. We really don't. We're still with our main character Layla Hassan from AC Origins, and also with her doctor friend. I can't remember. Seriously, this footage was recorded a year ago. So please spare my memory. And also Alexios or Cassandra became fucking immortal. Now I think Alexios or Cassandra's story, you know what, I'm just gonna call him Alexios because that was for my playthrough, is honestly a little bit decent. It's a little bit tragic, in fact. So basically, Alexios had a Spartan general father, if what I believe. He was known as the Wolf of Sparta, who I don't know. I'm making comparisons to of War. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. um, yeah. So basically, one day they were fighting until one day an oracle said that Alexios' little sister, Cassandra, yes, basically was gonna bring great evil to Sparta, and Nicholas had to kill him. Alexios didn't want that because his mom was begging for it, so he pushed him off. Then Nicholas threw him off, thinking he killed him. Cassandra joined the cult of Cosmos, which you work for and kill your father with, or your brother with. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should be doing cultural appropriation right now. But yeah, do I really like the story? And once you die, you don't die. Cassandra gets taken, changes her name, to Deimos. Yes, cool name. But your host is called Phobos. If that's pretty much like two opposites, right? Two opposites, like day and night. Yeah. I have, this is being recorded at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm losing my fucking mind. Yeah, anyway, where was I? There were choices in this game, like story choices that you could speak of. They normally don't really affect it too much. Like in one of the side quests, I was told I had to either kill or just spare them, like an entire group of people, and I killed them. It wasn't that hard. I mean, I was a very, very strong guy. I mean, come on. I have weapons, and they had broomsticks. Yeah. Broomsticks. Yeah, and also there are romance options in this game for all you freaks. The canon one is with Nima, or I don't remember the boy name. I never played as Cassandra, okay? So yeah, it depends. It's different for Cassandra, and you guys have a baby, and that baby eventually leads to Bayek. So yeah, this game is like a predecessor. And also, you are immortal once you get like a staff. Herpes? Oh no, wait, Hermes. I am so sorry for the people from Greek. I legit had no idea. I kind of forgot. I'm sorry for making that joke. It's a little bit insensitive. Yeah. Anyways, really, does this game really consider itself Assassin's Creed? No, because the parkour is lackluster compared to Unity. Is very, very lackluster. Like literally, you just press X and you jump. You don't do any cool parkour. And there's really not many places to parkour due to the fact that it's mostly either forest or villages. Yeah, I don't think free running in like the RPG or RPG games is really gonna be really good. I mean the story, yeah, I mean story wise it's okay. Honestly, I mean I like more grounded stories in Assassin's Creed. You know, with like I mean, come on, it's Assassin's Creed. You can have like an apple of Eden or something that can control people's minds. So really, I'm not gonna say too much about this. The person that you start with in the tutorial is actually an human Isu hybrid. If you don't know who the Isu are, I'm not gonna spoil them for you. They are like I'm not gonna spoil like too much of them, but they're like a precursor to the humans that made the humans. So yeah. Also, also the voice acting? I mean, I like to praise the person who voiced Alexios or Cassandra, but to me Cassandra just sounds like a dead brick most of the time. Like I am so sorry, Cassandra fans, but also one of the worst characters in AC history, Marcos. Oh, guy, man, fucking hate Marcos. He's the most annoyingest character with the most annoyingest voice. Now I'm sorry to the voice actor, that's probably their normal voice. But the lines he was given just makes him come off as annoying. And thank God I never went back to Kefalonia Islands, which whatever that's called. Yeah, so basically the game, I mean, it does a lot more to what AC Origins did. For example, you can no longer, you have to sacrifice drip. Yes, you gotta sacrifice being looking good for stats. And they also include investigations, which I also think was in AC Origins. So yeah, I mean, if you like Greek and you like God of War, I think you like the game. But if you're an Assassin's Creed fan that wants to play a new game, go to the original ones. I don't because if you play this only for like parkour and stealth, I don't recommend playing this game. But I mean, the game is fully polished, and this might happen with Ubisoft Quebec's next game, Assassin's Creed Code. Yes, that is the samurai game, which I'm gonna make a video on what it should be about. Stay tuned for that, and I hope all of you have a lovely day. And I hope can we get to like maybe like 10 to 12 views? I mean that would be nice. And I want to get 50 subscribers by the end of the year. So please get us to that goal. And thank you for watching, and thank you for your support. Peace.